Saskatoon, a beautiful prairie city that is becoming more and more popular every year. But like any city, it comes with its advantages and disadvantages. If you're considering a move to Saskatoon or its surrounding area, then this is the video for you. I'm Conor, Palendat, realtor with Muhlenbecher & Associates. All of my contact info is in the description below, so if you have questions about today's video or the real estate market in Saskatoon and area, please feel free to reach out anytime. Today, we're looking at the pros and cons of living in Saskatoon. Let's get started. Our first pro to living in Saskatoon is a big one: the cost of living. One of the biggest reasons people are drawn to Saskatoon is its affordability, especially compared to larger Canadian cities like Toronto, Vancouver, or even Calgary. Saskatoon offers some of the most affordable housing in Canada. The average home price in Saskatoon is well below the national average, making homeownership much more attainable. This is a huge advantage for first-time homebuyers, families, and even investors looking for rental properties. So if you've got a good, stable income, your dollars are going to go a lot further in the pursuit of home ownership. Now, don't want to own a home? No problem. Rental prices in Saskatoon are far more reasonable than in cities like Toronto or Vancouver. A 2-bedroom apartment in Saskatoon costs less than half of what you'd pay in those markets. Lower rental costs free up income for savings, travel, or investing in your future. But it can't all just come down to housing, as there are a vast number of other costs to concern yourself with, like groceries, dining out, and entertainment, which are all reasonably priced. While inflation has impacted costs nationwide, Saskatoon remains more affordable than larger cities where grocery and transportation costs are much higher. Pro number 2 to living in Saskatoon is the great outdoors. If you love the outdoors, this city has plenty to offer year-round. The South Saskatchewan River runs right through the heart of Saskatoon, providing a natural escape within the city. The Meewasin Valley Trail stretches for over 80 kilometers, offering scenic pathways for walking, biking, and running. In the summer, you'll still see people paddleboarding, kayaking, and even canoeing on the river. Saskatoon has also made it a focus to include green spaces in all of the neighborhoods, as the city is home to over 200 parks, ranging from small neighborhood green spaces to larger areas like Kinsman Park, Victoria Park, and Wanuskewin Heritage Park, a National Historic Site showcasing Indigenous culture. These spaces are perfect for picnics, sports, exercise, community events, and simply enjoying nature. Saskatoon is also centrally located in the province, so if you're looking for even more adventure or to discover some of Canada's well-known natural beauty, you're only a couple of hours drive in any direction from some amazing sights and adventures. And our final pro of the day is the economy. Saskatoon is the economic hub of the province, and Saskatchewan has one of the most resilient and diverse economies in Canada, making it an attractive place for professionals, entrepreneurs, and investors. Aside from our agriculture, which we're well known for, the province has a number of industries that satisfy global needs like mining and natural resources. We're home to the world's largest potash reserves, and we are a major producer of uranium. Saskatoon benefits from global demand for these essential resources. Technology and innovation is another one. Saskatoon has a growing tech sector, with companies specializing in ag tech, biotech, and software development. Innovation hubs like Innovation Place at the university foster new startups. Then there's education and research. The University of Saskatchewan is a major employer and research center, attracting top talent in fields like health sciences, engineering, and agriculture, and is also the home to Canada's only particle accelerator. It all runs right through Saskatoon, making it a great place to work, invest, and build a future. Now we move on to the cons. I know, bummer, but every city has them, starting with the most frequent complaint: our winters. For many, the long, frigid winters can be a major adjustment. Saskatoon experiences some of the coldest winters in Canada, with temperatures regularly dropping to negative 30 degrees Celsius, that's negative 22 Fahrenheit, or lower, With the wind chill, it can sometimes feel even colder, making outdoor activities challenging and everyday tasks like commuting uncomfortable. Winter in Saskatoon isn't just cold, it's long. Snow typically starts falling in late October or November and can last until April, meaning residents deal with at least 5 to 6 months of winter conditions. This extended cold season can feel never-ending, especially for those who prefer warmer weather. To top it all off, you deal with slippery and icy roads, making driving hazardous. A frequent need for snow clearing and shoveling, which can be time-consuming and physically demanding, and sidewalks and parking lots are covered in ice, increasing the risk of slips and falls. So it certainly does take some preparation and acceptance to navigate the winter months effectively. Con number 2 is our public transportation. The prairies are a car-dominant part of the country and need to be, since everything is so spread out. Compared to larger Canadian cities, Saskatoon's transit options are limited, slower, and inconvenient, making it difficult to get around without a personal vehicle, especially come those winter months. Saskatoon Transit primarily operates a bus-only system with no light rail or subway options. While the city has multiple bus routes, they don't always provide convenient access to all neighborhoods, especially in newer or suburban areas. If you live outside the core, which a lot of us do, your options for getting around without a car are limited. Some key hassles to deal with will be limited frequency, with some routes running only every 30 to 60 minutes, delays due to weather, as heavy snow and icy roads can cause significant schedule disruptions, and waiting for a bus in -30 is not fun, especially when shelters are limited. There are a few transit hubs in the city where there are shelters, but a lot of the stops, you'll be exposed to the elements. Finally, con number 3 is Saskatoon's distance to larger cities. While the city has everything residents need for daily life, it's far from major metropolitan centers, making travel and access to larger markets more challenging. To put it into perspective, Edmonton is a 5-hour drive, or 530 kilometers, Calgary a 6-hour drive, 620 kilometers, Winnipeg an 8-hour drive at 780 kilometers, and if you're feeling really bold, you can take on Vancouver, which is a 15-hour drive, 1,500 kilometers, or Toronto, a 30-hour drive at 2,700 kilometers, which leaves a lot of people choosing to fly. And while Saskatoon does have an international airport, it offers fewer direct flights compared to major airports in cities like Calgary, Toronto, or Vancouver. This means fewer options for direct international travel. Most long-haul flights require layovers in hubs like Calgary or Toronto, higher airfare costs, as flights from Saskatoon can be more expensive due to limited competition, and less frequent flights, making it harder to find convenient departure times. To summarize, while the cons might seem steep, the pros really set you ahead in everyday life, which can't be ignored. While not for everyone, Saskatoon is a beautiful city that has a ton to offer. So if you're considering a move to Saskatoon, my team and I would love to help. Again, all my contact info is located in the description below. If you like this video, please give it a like, share it, and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any new content. Thanks for watching and have a great day.